Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to what I consider one of the goal basics. So you've probably heard me mention this before, but goal setting is not easy, but it is simple. And it comes down to really 3 basic steps with like a bonus 4th step that when you feel like you're struggling with goals, going back to these basics and figuring, I feel like I did make a whole video on this, but going back to these basics and making sure that one of these is not where you're getting stuck. The first one is making sure your goals actually matter to you. Number 2 is breaking those goals down. I have a zillion and one videos on this topic. And number 3 is scheduling time for your goals. This is a topic that for the longest time, I felt like I explained via my own life. I felt like between my goal, like my action step goal, action step check-in videos. That's a lot of words, whatever I call those videos. And my like actual plan with me, how I plan my life videos. Now I know I don't do plan with me videos on a consistent basis, but I have been on YouTube here for about 7-8 years at this point, and I have lots of plan with me videos. I felt like I was showing you how to schedule time for your goals. Well, a couple of months ago, inside the Goals with Laken community, I realized that this is something like the actual process of scheduling time, like there could be a lesson on it. So here's the lesson on scheduling time for your goals. And again, I gave this inside of the community a couple of months ago, and I'm finally turning it into a video, but hopefully this helps make things super clear for you as we go into Q4 and then especially as we go into the new year on how to schedule time for your goals. So I have this broken down by the different types of action steps. So one-time steps, weekly action steps, and daily action steps. I did a series earlier this year, I think it was in February, of those different types of action steps. So if you need a refresher on what I mean by one-time steps, like what that looks like, weekly steps and daily steps, what those look like and what those mean, examples, etc. Go back and revisit those videos for sure. They are incredibly helpful. This video is how we're going to schedule each of those different types of action steps, and we're going to go through them one at a time. So let's start with one-time action steps. Super quick summary. These are steps that you only do one time, right? This is not something that's recurring. Maybe it's recurring month over month, but in a given month, you are just going to do this step. It's a one and done kind of step. So the first thing that you need to do before you can actually schedule time for this goal is estimate how long it's going to take. This is not easy. Like this definitely is a place that a lot of us can get hung up on because sometimes we are picking action steps that we have never done before. So we have no idea how long they're going to take. So I'm here to remind you that you're probably going to guess, and that's okay. I would always encourage you to err a little bit more on the rounding up, right? Overestimating, because I have found that for most of us, we're better off if it ends up taking less time than we think it's going to, rather than it takes more time than we think it's going to. So when you are guessing, if it's something you've absolutely never done before, give it a little bit of extra bump, right? If you think that maybe it could take me about an hour, maybe guess that it's going to take you like 90 minutes. Give yourself a little bit of a buffer. So you estimate how long it's going to take. Yes, you're totally guessing for some of your action steps. Then you're going to schedule that amount of time in your actual planner. Now, what you have to figure out for yourself here is what cadence works for you. Do you want to schedule your one-time steps for the entire month? This is going to vary based on your planning routine, right? Do you plan the entire month in advance? Maybe if you do, it makes sense for you to plan out all of your one-time steps over the course of the month. If you plan on a weekly basis, maybe it is, and you could do more than one of these, right? If you've watched my How I Plan My Life video, I have a process for all of these different layers. So if you mostly just plan on a weekly basis, then maybe each week you're gonna put in which one of your one-time action steps you're gonna do that week. And then if you plan on a daily basis, you're gonna add in your one-time steps there as well. One thing I would encourage you is to think about the month at a glance before you pick all these one-time steps. I definitely got into this bad habit at one point. I feel like I've swung both ways on the pendulum, right? So when I first started setting goals, I wasn't scheduling time for them. Like literally at all. I wasn't putting time in my calendar to do them. And then I was shocked at the end of the month when I didn't actually achieve any of those action steps. Like, I wonder how I thought that was gonna work. So then I went to the extreme of the other side where I got really granular, and I also was trying to fill in every hour of every day. And so I would go through and I would do the math first to figure out how many hours I had in my month. And so I would calculate like, you have 12 hours of goal time. And then I would pick 12 hours worth of action steps. Now I kind of go somewhere in the middle. I think about my month at a glance. Is it a busier month? Is it a lighter month? Do I feel like I have a lot going on? Do I have a little going on? And then I pick my action steps. I estimate how long they're gonna take, and then I plop them in my calendar over the course of the month. I do the whole month in advance. I will adjust on a weekly basis depending on what does or doesn't get done, but I do like having the entire month mapped out in advance. The last tip here or suggestion is if you are somebody who doesn't necessarily like to be put into like a little confined box of like, oh, on Saturday the 25th, I am going to do this one particular goal step. If that feels too like constraining to you, just schedule general goal time. Maybe you go through your one-time steps and you see that it's gonna take you about 8 hours over the course of the month to do all of your one-time steps. So then you schedule 2 hours per week, like maybe you just do 2 hours on Saturday mornings is going to be your goal time. And then maybe that week or that day, you pick exactly which action step you're going to do. Again, you're gonna figure out what cadence works for you in terms of scheduling and adjusting your one-time steps over the course of the month. All right, moving into weekly steps. So the first thing you're gonna do is estimate how long it's going to take. Yep, you're probably still guessing. It will get easier with time. Figuring out how long things are going to take, it's going to get easier. Like you will get better at that skill. Sometimes you're still gonna be off and you're still gonna mess up, but it does get easier the more that you work on your goals. Then you're going to think about where you can schedule that in on a weekly basis. Are you going to do it the same day each week? Right? Maybe you're always gonna meal plan on Sundays. Maybe you're always gonna grocery shop on Fridays. Maybe you're always going to clean on Wednesday afternoons. Or are you gonna change it each week? Maybe you work in healthcare and so you work 3 12s over the course of the week and it changes every single week. So maybe each week you're gonna pick when you're gonna do your weekly step and it's not gonna be on the same day of the week. Every single week. Is it something that you need to do multiple times, right? Do you have a weekly step to work out 3 times and you need to schedule 3 workouts? Same rules apply. Are you gonna do it the same days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Or are you gonna pick your 3 days each week based on what your week looks like? If it is something that you're going to try to do more than once, do you maybe need a buffer day? I have found for me personally, if I have a goal to work out 3 times, I need to schedule 4 workouts. Because for some reason, whether it's my energy levels, my that day, or life, or my toddler, one of those workouts is likely not gonna happen. And so I need to schedule 4 in order to hit my goal of 3. For some weekly steps, it can be tempting to just be like, well, I'm just gonna do that. I've run into this many a time where I'm like, well, of course I'm gonna have a smoothie at some point during the week. I don't need to schedule it. I would recommend you schedule it. You can always change your mind. You can always do it on a different day if the day that you scheduled it for works. But I have found that, for me at least, if I don't schedule time for it, I forget about it. Even as somebody who checks in with her goals on a regular basis, somebody who, my business is talking about goals, I still forget about my own action steps. So even if you think you'll just do it, like it'll just happen. Of course I'm gonna go grocery shopping. We need food. Schedule time for it. Spoiler alert, scheduling time for weekly and daily action steps is something that I absolutely feel like is missing from the Goals with Laken Planner and something that will absolutely be added into the 2026 version. If you have any other feedback, if you use the 2025 version of the planner, you have any other suggestions or feedback, things that you wanna see different, there is a survey that will be up until the end of the month, the end of September. If you haven't had a chance to fill it out, I'm gonna link it in the video. I also sent it out via email. I probably will send it out again before the month ends. I would love for you to share your thoughts as I finalize the version for next year. All right, daily action steps. First thing you're gonna do is estimate how long it's gonna take. Do you see a theme here? That is obviously step 1. And it seems so obvious when I say that, but I definitely was at a point in my goal setting journey where I did not do that. Now, what happens with daily steps is they add up. I know I say this every month on the goal setting call, but most goal planners, like the 3 main goal planners that I've referenced on those goal setting calls, all have space for 6 daily habits. Even if each one is only 5 minutes, which doesn't sound like very long, that's 30 minutes out of your day. Do you have 30 minutes out of your day to do those daily habits? Maybe you do, but it adds up. So step 1, estimate how long these are gonna take. These might be a little bit easier because if it's something that you're doing every day, you probably have a decent idea of how long it's gonna take, but you might still be guessing and that's okay. And then schedule it into your day. When does it make sense to be in your day? Are you gonna do it at the same time every single day? Whether that's in time on the clock or a time based on something else, right? For example, my evening routine starts when my daughter goes to bed. She usually goes to bed within the same 30-minute window, but it's not like the exact, like she doesn't have like a very strict bedtime. It's somewhere in that window. But as soon as she goes to bed, I click start on my evening routine. Are you gonna stack it onto another habit, right? Is it something that you're going to do after you do something else? When I first started taking vitamins, that's how I got consistent. The vitamins lived next to the coffee. I went to go make coffee and I took my vitamins, right? Can you stack it on something, top of something that you're already doing? Do you need a reminder? It is okay, especially when you're getting started with a daily habit. You might need a timer on your phone to go off, or if you're a community member, a scheduled text from me that says, hey, it's time to do XYZ. Some community members prefer that it comes before, like reminding them to do it. Some community members prefer it after as a check-in, like did you do this thing? And just knowing that that's coming is a umph that they are going to follow through on it. Either one works for me. I can schedule whatever works best for you. But when it comes to daily steps, be realistic, okay? If you are consistently getting up at 7 and you have decided that you're gonna add in a daily step to do 15 minutes of yoga every day, are you gonna get up and do it before that? Maybe you will. Maybe that is something that is important to you. You tend to be a morning person. Going to bed a little bit earlier is not gonna be an issue. But if it's not, is there another time of day that might work better for you? I clearly have daily yoga practice on my mind. I was just listening to The Lazy Genius Way, the book. It's for our October, our Q3 book club inside the community. And she was talking about how she started her daily yoga practice by doing 1 downward dog at night before bed. That's how she started it. And she did it consistently just that much for 14 months before she noticed progress, which is kind of amazing. But anyway, the last daily habit scheduling tip that I will give you, some of my daily things I actually have scheduled more than once. Not because I want to do it more than once, but because if it doesn't work in my morning routine or in my midday routine, then it's there in my evening routine. And so hopefully I'll get to it at some point that day. Okay, a couple final thoughts, last minute things I want you to think about as you're scheduling time for your goals. Be honest with yourself. Are you saying that you're gonna schedule time for it and then you actually aren't? I have sometimes, especially because we get in the habit, those of you who have been around for years and years and we're just like, we're doing it, we're setting our goals, we're doing the thing every month. Sometimes we think we're scheduling them and we're not. And that's actually what sparked teaching this inside the community, because that is what happened to me. I realized I was not going back to this basic, and I was like, I bet somebody else needs to hear this too. Are you checking in with your goals regularly? One other key that makes this possible is that you're refreshing your goals when it makes sense. And that's like the bonus little fourth basic when it comes to goal setting is refreshing your goals. We need to check in with our goals. We need a flow of checking in and refreshing our goals when we need to, and that will make scheduling them more feasible because then the goals will line up with your schedule. Now, the last thing I'm gonna say, which I know I get all the time, is Laken, will I schedule time for my goals and then I don't actually do them? That could be a couple of things. It could be that goal actually doesn't matter to you, okay? If something comes up on your schedule and you skip over it, or you're tempted to skip over it, go back to your why. Why is that goal important to you? And if that why is not good enough, you're never gonna do that step. Number 2 is, are you being realistic with how long that's going to take? Sometimes I will schedule time for something and then it pops up on my calendar and I'm like, you actually don't have time to do that in this like window that you gave it. Like, how can you make that smaller? Or then I sometimes just won't do it and I have to carry it over to the next month. But if you're going back to the tip I gave where you overestimating is better, if you're more realistic with how long things are going to take, you're less likely to just skip over it. And the last piece of this is being committed to yourself and your goals. So if you find yourself doing that more often than not, right? You're scheduling time and you're not doing it. What are you putting in place of that instead? What are you prioritizing above your goals? Be honest with yourself. Is that something that's more important than your goals? Is it something that is really popping up just that one time? Like, there might be scenarios where you have random one-time things pop up and that, like, life happens. But if it's constantly happening, like if you say consistently you're scheduling time and then you're not doing what you say, what's popping up? And what can you do to make that not the case? Is it scheduling your goals at a different time? Is it asking for help, right? If something that keeps popping up is that you are going to do it during your toddler's quiet time, maybe they don't take a nap anymore. Are they still a toddler if they don't take a nap? I don't know, I'm not there yet. But they have quiet time, but they keep constantly coming to to ask you to do something with them. Maybe it's scheduling it during a different time. Maybe it's asking your spouse for help, right? And scheduling it during a time they're around and they can be the one that the toddler goes to, something like that. Be honest with yourself. What is popping up? Is that in your control? And focus on following through with like a smaller scheduled item and build up that confidence a little bit. That I could probably make that its own whole video, a whole like, I schedule time, but then I don't follow through. This video was not meant to be about that. This video was meant to be the how to schedule time for it. And if you are scheduling time and you're following all the goal steps, the goal basics, when you get to that scheduled time, I'm hoping that it is easier than not for you to follow through on it. So that is gonna be it. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, comment below with like the calendar emoji, which has like some random date on it, I think, but the calendar emoji. And last reminder that the Q4 goal planner is up and available. It is not quite Q4 yet. You still have time to grab the Q4 planner if you want to get set up for the last quarter of 2025. It's a good way to test the Goals with Laken planner and see if it's a good fit for you. And it also comes with a bonus 1-pager with 8 questions to think about to prep for the last quarter of the year. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every week focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. I have the, like, what am I trying to say? Trying to find that, I don't want to talk about that. That is, hold on before I say that. Why am I feeling like I need to talk fast? I don't know.